personnel, but I don't have any changes to announce. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
on that point.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of how it's very notable that you have put a lot of emphasis on the phrase political disputes. I mean, do you see this as basically a political dispute within South Korea?
It's not for us to characterize, Tom. What we are attempting to do is continue to gather the facts and continue to gather the circumstances of what's happening on the ground, engage appropriately with our counterparts both here in the United States and at Seoul, and then monitor and make appropriate adjustments if needed as it relates to our personnel and our citizens, which again at this point we've not done, but I've outlined a number of ways in which U.S. citizens can engage with us. Beyond that, it's really not for us to I'm not going to speculate or opine on the theory of the case or the reasoning or the decision making here beyond just saying that it's certainly concerning to us. We're paying very close attention, and that for us what we want to see is this resolved peacefully, and we want to see it resolved in line with rule of law.
I mean, President Yoon has very much sort of framed this or presented this as a strategic security issue. He talks about the need to eradicate pro-North Korean forces and protect the constitutional democratic order, but it's sort of notable that in your statements so far you haven't reflected that sort of notion of a strategic threat at all. Does that mean you share that assessment with it?
So look, certainly when it comes to the Korean Peninsula, I'm sure that any number of U.S. officials could spend a lot of time talking about the destabilizing force and presence that the DPRK is, and the long litany of reckless and destabilizing actions that we've seen the DPRK undertake, not just over the course of this administration, but many years beyond that. As it relates to this incident, though, specifically, it's just not for us to draw any kind of conclusion or to particularly link those kinds of things. For us, what we are focused on is assessing the facts, paying close attention to the situation on the ground, making appropriate adjustments if needed as it relates to our consular posture, but beyond that, engaging with our ROK counterparts, and then ultimately wanting to see this be resolved peacefully and in accordance with the rule of law.